Alright, I think we're live. Yes, I believe so. Hi everyone! I'm having a little pajama party today because, I was really busy today. High vibes, now I'm low vibes. So, fuzzy robe it is. Anyway, I have good news. I finally got, one, I got all my panels done in Twitch. Well, for design, I need to fill out the little infos underneath them still, but those are done. Just for a heads up. And now I am, I have, I, yes, perfect. Okay, so um, was kind of exploring some other tarot readers recently for stream, and I came across a bot that is so useful, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use that because my streams lately with the tarot, they have been kind of all over the place because people didn't know who was in what order, and every now and then I get someone in here who's very long reading. So having the queue now, I can actually show you guys who's in the list when it's your turn. I have it limited to 10 people now. Depending on how late it gets, I will close the queue and it just be way more efficient, I think. So I am stoked to have this new bot. And the way you can join now for it is you can just exclamation point join, and then you'd be added to the queue automatically. And I'm really excited for that. So I'm very happy about that. And while I wait, I do tend to get some people who come in on their own after a little bit in the stream, but because I often start the stream with my own, like reading myself first, and then someone always comes in. So right this time, I'm gonna make myself some tea while I'm waiting for the moment. Bruise up the tea a little. Get extra extra spicy. Just kidding, it's not that spicy. It's Asian jasmine white tea. White tea is my favorite. Or, actually, orange blossom white tea is my favorite, but this is my second top favorite. Make some tea. Let's steep a little. Technically, with steeping tea, they have recommendations for steep time. And white tea, you should really do a short steep time to keep that light flavor. But uh, I don't feel like doing that. So I also have some popcorn snacks for myself this time. We're just chilling. I'm also gonna check my stream on my page real quick to make sure it's going okay. Let me take a look real quick. I've been doing a lot of updating for it. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm so close to reaching 50 followers. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me. I look like a big old mess right now. It's okay. um, I thought about dressing up for the stream, but I'm doing cozy vibes today. Work like it's huge. That's alright. Okay, so it looks like the stream is going alright so far. Um, I don't have anybody on my list yet to do a reading on. My last tarot stream, I had someone who asked, and I told them I'd do it for the next one, but I haven't heard a reply from them yet. So hopefully that's not a problem. All right. Well, I guess while I wait, I'll play some of my own cards real quick. Oh yeah, I want to, because this way I have a little pop up. I wonder if there's a way. I use OBS now, so I wonder if there's a way I can put this in the system, or if maybe I can read it. It should tell me nothing, right? If I do list. Queue is empty. Okay, perfect. Open. Queue is open. You can hit exclamation point / join for reading. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do what I did last time, and I'll just start with like a little collective reading. I'll do a short one to start with until someone comes in. What should I do for collective reading? We're gonna use the Shaman's Dream Oracle for short collective reading. So excited for the new bot. I guess I have no idea. I'm vibing with some new people. Love meeting like-minded people. That's always nice. All right. Let's do a small collective right now for those who might be viewing. One, two. I feel like I should play 4 of them to start with. Okay. Okay. So we have Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. I wonder if I can get this to feel nice. That. We have Fool's Embrace, Transmuting Pain. Then we have Joyful Muse and Inspiration. And First Breath, Beginner's Mind. 4 stands for stability in terms of numerology. At least to me, anyway. There's a couple of synchronicities with a 22 and a 33, and also with it going up in the numbers tells me there's a direction that's moving forward. So spiritual narcolepsy. First thing makes me think that in the past you felt like there was something very much out of your reach, and you felt like it was something that wasn't attainable at the time. Like it feels like a crushed dream, basically. And then it moves on to transmuting pain. And for some reason I'm thinking of music all of a sudden, like that might have been your muse back then, was, the pain was created into music or some form of art of some sort. But this also makes me think of like the hermit in the time to like really um cherish your yin side. It's when you it's when you need time to like basically nurture yourself for a little bit. And that's what I see, like holding, like comforting you, giving yourself some empathy, sympathy, and compassion. You basically, from what I see in this Fool's Embrace, like you were in a little shell and you're still a little bit in the shell, but your soul kind of wants to be on this more like exciting, flamboyant and like inspiring side. I'm also really drawn to these glasses on the cat in this, and I think maybe that's like a signature trait. Or, artists who draw, they have like a specific signature that they do in a lot of their drawings, and that makes them stand out because that's a signature of theirs in their art. So I'm drawn to the like glasses here, and it makes me think of like that's the signature of this person. And then First Breath, Beginner's Mind. It's reminding me of something I've been hearing a lot lately, is to view things from like childlike wonder because it feels new all the time. So yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to check if I didn't check to make sure it says tarot on thing. Yes, it is. Okay, I did it. All right, did do it. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, so it says first breath, childlike wanderer, or first breath, beginner's mind, and it makes me think of childlike wonder. So I think it's great so far for that. Oh, I heard a notification. Oh, you were reading. I do remember you from the last one. It took quite a long time. Thanks for your patience. I've now I now have a bot so people know when their turn is. You're the first one to come in today. Would you like your reading in this screen? You can hear me, right? I'm not muted. Oh, I'm not muted. It says I'm okay. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, great. Would you like a reading? And if you do, would you like me to pick the decks intuitively, or would you like to pick them? Did you want to pick your decks, or would you like me to? I don't have a list for them yet, but well, to be honest, I forget which decks you have. No worries. I can show you them real quick. Well, it'll take a minute because I have quite a few. So I'll show you the tarots first. I have manga tarot. I have anime tarot. Uh, Tarot of the Divine. And then I have these three different versions of Rider-Waite tarots. This one's a very shiny one. These are miniature versions. And the regular Rider-Waite tarot, along with Joy de Vivre tarot. And then I have an astrology deck. This one I'd probably read from the book because I'm weak in this. I don't play this one that often. I have dreams reading cards. Oh, the divine one would be great. Okay, for tarot? Okay, great. Would you like me to show you some oracles or would you like me to choose those? I I am going to choose one deck because I feel drawn to it for you to start with. Well, not to start with, but to put in your pile. So feel this. I think I'm just gonna pick a couple more if that's alright. Fair enough. Which if I might ask. Do you mean which decks? Talking to Heaven, someone who's passed away who wants to reach out to you. I also feel drawn to do this one. Angel cards, words of inspiration for you. And I don't know if this vibes with you or not, but I'm gonna go with my intuitive feelings. It feels like you're connected to like angels or spirit guides of some sort, like you feel a fondness or bond with them. Let's see what else. For eternal divine force. Do one more deck, maybe. Two. Okay. I keep reaching for this one, so I'll do this one too. All right. So I'll show you them all. I will inform you ahead of time. I'm still learning tarot. I do my interpretations of them first, and then I might read from the book for additional information, or in case something didn't get portrayed in its original meaning of the tarot, because those are more specific usually. They're telling me I should read from the book from the deck for you for this tarot, if I do choose to read from it. Alright, so I will do the tarots first. No, I won't. I'm going to do this one first. Affirmators. They're telling me to do this one first. So, start. Also, when I go through your reading, feel free to give me any feedback, whether you resonate or it doesn't. I prefer the truth, and I appreciate the feedback either way. Also, with any and all psychic, tarot, or intuitive readings of any sort, they're for entertainment purposes only, and not a substitute for professionals and professional advice. Okay, so let's see what comes out for you. All right, that's one of them. First card is Vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. The first thing this brings up to my mind is makes me think of what I'm kind of doing right now. I'm really working hard on my physical fitness health, and I like to do like workout challenges, and they give me the image of like you working out, like working your body to like getting it in better shape to start with, like overall health, but like a lot of it's body related is what they're showing me first. They're telling me like there's something else there in relating to health. It's tiny, but it makes a huge impact of some sort. I have been through some things. I'm eating more healthy. Raise my vibration. Oh, great! I love that. I understand. So, sometimes that's a tough spot, but working towards your goals and what makes you feel good is definitely best. And I hike 10,000 steps a day to work out. Oh, nice. Okay, let's play a couple more cards for you. Personal growth. As I move forward towards greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they helped me get to where I am, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. So that's great. I feel like that's just kind of more along the lines of the same thing, like it was a confirmation for you in that moment. I want to play two more from this deck for you, and then I'm going to move on to your tarot. Authenticity is the name of the game. Whatever comes up, I feel it. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it doesn't have to get it, but at least they know it because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive aggressive note about it. I feel like you're a pretty, I don't want to say forthright person, but I feel like you're someone who does like speak your feelings. I don't really feel that you're like a confrontational person, but I also feel like you're someone who will stand up for themselves when they need to. I like the cards so far. Oh, good, thank you. Yeah, they're cute. They're a little sassy too. Alright, let's play the last one real quick. Actually, I feel two. So first one that fell out is Story of My Life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even though tough parts have a sort of inner beauty, it's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn the Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. It's really cute. So this card makes me think, I know you said it in chat that you had a rough time, but this card makes me think of, so tell my story. It makes me think of when you're going through hardship, there's moments during the hardship where it's easy to lose focus on the important part of the hardship, as in the lesson to be learned within that moment. They're telling me sometimes things ended up being unfair, but in the end, there's something in there that you've learned a valuable lesson from, whether it be something as small as it's not something you want to be involved in, to do with anymore, or whether it's something like, okay, I can work on myself. This is an area I can improve. Either direction, there was something within those moments that taught you something. And that's what this card's making me think of. And then last card that I felt drawn to was this one, Impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. Oh, interesting. That feels like that was kind of matching with what I just said. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. So this one makes me think of, before I show it on the camera, it makes me think of, well, it kind of matches with what I said a second ago, and it also makes me think of, like, maybe every now and then you have a hard time seeing, like, positive things coming towards you, like, in future terms. So, like, it makes me feel like it's tough mentally occasionally because it feels like a struggle between worthiness of getting these type of blessings heading your way, but you also, like, deep down don't truly believe it's not that you don't deserve it, but it makes me feel like you have a struggle towards, like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. It makes me think you have a struggle of, like, accepting, like, the possibility of positive things coming in your direction in a way that makes you feel like you can grow and be better. And now they're reminding me back to the fitness thing, and that was like a stepping stone for you in reaching new goals that will bring you into better situations. True, I grow from hardship. I've been depressed for years. Okay. Okay, great. Well, not not great. Sorry. I mean, I don't know what this. I'm happy that it's vibing, but I am sorry if it's been such a struggle for some time. They reminded me of the working out and fitness though, so that must be boosting your like the endorphins in your brain and helping with that. Even if it's, oh, maybe that's probably the small bit that I was saying. There's something small, but it makes a large impact. But I worked with myself to be more happy. I solved my depression and negative thinking pattern. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. It can be tough sometimes, it's not easy to overcome limiting beliefs. Sometimes it takes repetition and consistency. Some people call it discipline, some people call it consistency. Uh, but acknowledging it first, they say acknowledgement's always the first step, right? So knowing that you're working towards these things because it's what you want is such a great thing. I'm so proud of you. Meditation is key. See, you know, I try so hard to get into meditation, but I'm too fidgety. I like yoga and I like walking, and I think I'm more of a walking meditation person versus like the sitting one. I just can't sit still. Well, sit still for meditation. Okay, let's move on to your divine tarot. Now, I'm so glad that you said this one because I felt drawn to this one before you mentioned it for you, particularly because of your username. And I was like, it feels like it's a good match. Okay, so let's shuffle these up a little bit. Yes, please. Which one? You're telling me I should also read from the book from this for you, so I'm definitely going to be reading from the book too, but I'll do my best to interpret first. Okay. I need to find books. This feels like this should go this way. That's too many. Too many. Which ones? Excuse me. I feel like I should play 5 tarots for you. I haven't flipped any of these over yet. Ooh, two fell. I guess that's the final pattern there. First one is the moon. I was getting subtle vibes earlier. I feel like you're a pretty intuitive person already, aren't you? I don't know if you're a spiritualist like I am or not, but it feels like there's subtle hints in your reading so far stating that you're also like an intuitive person. I'm drawn to the little raccoons in this card. I don't know if raccoons mean anything particular to you. I'm hearing the word thief of the night, thief in the night. So, like, maybe you suffer from insomnia or you're more of a night person. Interesting in the naming. I am a programmer. So this is the card so far. There's lotus flowers on the bottom. To me, lotus is like significant of like becoming more enlightened and transformation and embracing change. I don't know the meanings of the raccoons though. They're definitely sticking out to me. Then we have King of Wands. Oh, they're telling me I need to read the moon from the book. Moon from the book. Let me read the moon to you. Moon, there it is. Okay. Back up so you can see it. So, Princess Kaguya. It's Japan themed, Japanese fairy tale. The moon is the subconscious and all its illusions, potential pitfalls, and the possibility of self-deception. Here, two tanukis, okay, shape-shifting raccoon-like animals, each stare at a different moon, though it is not clear which is the real one. Okay, so it's making me think of like smoke and mirrors. Upright, trickery, melancholy, anguish, illusion, and insecurity is what it says. I'm drawn to the word melancholy the most. I'm also drawn to the word insecurity. And then self-reflection is something I'm hearing in clairaudience. Okay, now back to the King of Wands. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. This makes me... How do I word this? It makes me think of like a businessman or like I don't know, someone in charge. It makes me think of someone in charge of like the career or the business or the job or where they work. Like they're the ones um leading. They're the leader. And then it's a picture of a peacock, but it makes me think of a phoenix. And it's making me think of a phrase I heard earlier today, phoenix rising from the ashes. And I don't know why, but it's making me think of fire and like lighting a fire. Maybe lighting a fire for new passion. Because it's making me think of a lighter and incense for some reason. And I'm hearing the word stay focused. Um, I have been bullied for years in schools and companies. Oh, okay. So that's interesting because this makes me think of like someone, particularly it's making me think of like a dark room, someone who works in like dark like rooms, like such as sometimes it's like musicians in studios, IT, uh, the people who are in like darker ambience basically, but it's giving me vibes that it's like someone who's a leader or self-sufficient, like they like work for themselves. I don't want to say in terms of like ownership, like owning something. It doesn't feel that way, but it feels more along like the boss or like the one being in charge, or like you stick to your business, you get it done, and that's enough for you and the rest around you as long as the work is completed. That's what this King of Wands makes me think of. Night Owl. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. If you wish for a reading, please join the queue. I'm doing a reading for Eternal Divine Fox right now. I'm well, thank you. And yourself? Okay, next card is Two of Swords. The fire actually really stands out to me. And the swords actually look like chainsaws, which just seems so vicious. It's telling me your heart is very guarded. And, there's a hydra in the background of this card, and they're making me think of the word inner demons. And now they're telling me to say slay the inner demons. you're working towards the outside, which is actually super helpful and beneficial for you. But you also need to put some effort and work on the inside as well. And I'm hearing that in your mind you're saying I am doing that, but there's some things that you have to go a little deeper for to work on. Like there's deeper things, and they're telling me to suggest to you to look into some shadow work. And shadow work might be strongly beneficial for you. And they're also showing me the whirlpool for some reason. They're telling me you need to break a cycle. There's a karmic cycle. The whirlpool is like an internal loop going on for you, and you need to break the cycle because it keeps repeating itself. And it's repeating itself because there's something that hasn't changed. The image of the card. Let me read you the King of Wands from the book since I did the interpretation of it already, and I'll also do the Two of Swords next. True, I was a workaholic. I learned the hard way to stop doing that. Now I'm good. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm good, thanks for asking. Okay, so King of Wands. Let's get to King of Wands. Oh, there's King of Wands. Had 2 burnouts in 10 years. I, I, I don't know. Well, no, I have to. I understand. I'm similar. Now it's kind of like I'm getting too many hobbies because I'm trying to fill that void because I often feel like I need to be productive because I'm not being productive, but sometimes being overproductive is not productive because then your body is burnt out and you need to rest, and resting actually makes you more productive. It's it's a paradox. Um but I fight feelings of, when I actually choose to relax and rest myself, I fight feelings of I feel like crap, or I make myself feel like crap because I wasn't productive in that day, but it's important to rest too, and I have a hard time reminding myself of that. Okay, so back to King of Wands. I'm going to read from the book real quick for you. It is the Phoenix. Oh, nice. I was right. It's got peacock colors on it, though. East Asia, East Asian mythology. The King of Wands is a symbol of strength. The legend of the phoenix spans many cultures, and in all of them, the firebird represents nobility, rebirth, strength, and loyalty. Upright position says honesty, passion, leadership, charm, and flexibility. That explains why I kept getting the leadership vibes from this. The word flexibility is also really standing out to me, and so is the word passion. So I don't know if you're reconsidering what your passion is, and you're not sure what it is yet, but that word is really sticking out to me. And now we're gonna go back to the Two of Swords from the book. The name is Sita. It's India Hindu epic Ramayana. The Two of Swords represents being stuck between hard choices. Sita's decision between Skyla and Charybdis is not easy and cannot be made blindly. It calls for self-reflection. I think I said self-reflection, but I did that in the moon card. Things can only remain balanced for so long before a move must be made. And that's kind of, with that little whirlpool in the back that they were showing me, that makes me think of what I said about it in terms of you're in a karmic cycle and it's repeating itself because something needs to change in order to break it. Upright position says facing fears, a stalemate, denial, opposition, and a precarious position. The word denial really sticks out to me the most. I don't have an inkling towards what, but it denial seems to really stick out. Next card is the Five of Coins in reverse. They're telling me I should tell you that you have time. And this is in your near future position. So they're telling me you have time. It's in your near future position. And I played 5 tarot cards, and this is a 5 of coins. 5 represents change. They're making me think of money. Why am I thinking of money? They're telling me the word lack mindset of money, maybe, or maybe there's too many things influencing where the money goes. I'm not sure what else. So I'm going to read from the book for this one. This one fell out with the other one. Maybe I should place the other one too for more downloads. Okay, so let's see. This was the 5 of coins. So to show you what it looks like, I'll flip it back up. It came in reverse, but to show you what it looks like. So it's the little match girl from Denmark, Danish fairy tale. The 5 of coins represents financial hardship and feeling left in the cold. The little match girl needs help, but no one is willing to help her. She struggles alone despite her proximity to a force that could potentially help her. Okay. Upright position is recession. Oh wait, no, it was in reverse. So paid debts, improved finances, positive change, acceptance, and recovery. So it's good news. I don't know what it means, but it's showing me down the most, so maybe you're paying things down. Paid debts, improved finances, positive change, acceptance, and recovery. Maybe you're paying things down that caused financial hardship. They're reminding me of subscriptions though. So I don't know if maybe you have like too many subscriptions to things, but you should reconsider subscriptions you actually actively use all the time without trying to convince yourself that you do use these subscriptions and like trying to get it so you keep them. But they're telling me you should reconsider those. And that'll help you save some money. They're telling me saving money as well. I feel like you've actually been improving it and you're going to be improving it. They're telling me I don't know if you've got a specific large loan or debt, but that big one you have is the one that is going to make a big difference for you. I'm considering to do a study, most likely something social. Oh, I had a lot of subs to video streaming websites. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm considering to do a study, most likely in something social. For like a new career path? Okay, that makes sense for new focus. You know, I kept seeing a light. So like this one, this piece here in the King of Wands is when I kept doing like the lighter gesture, kept seeing a light. And I said maybe something about incense, but then this one, there's also the little match girl. She's got a match. So something with that is significant, but it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like you're a smoker or anything. Or maybe you suffered from a fire. I'm not sure what the significance is to it, but there's some kind of symbolism with fire. Matching and miters. Next card is 6 of coins, and it's placed in reverse. I'm really drawn to the cat the most, and it's staring me dead in my eyes like it's looking into my soul. Um, I canceled those. Fire in the heart. Ah, ambitious. So is this? I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of the bugs in this image. First, it made me think of cockroaches, but then now it's making me think of entomologists, people who like to study bugs. And I was drawn to the cat. Why was I drawn to the cat? I'm really drawn to the way. So this with the little match girl, she's got red hands and feet because it's cold, right? And then this card with the cat, I'm drawn to the feet as well. I don't know if you struggle with like cold hands and feet or low blood circulation, but that's what it makes me think of. I'm not sure what else this card makes me think of. So this one came up in reverse, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And I'm gonna read from the book now. Six of Coins. So the woman who is, oh, the woman who was kind to insects. Okay. So that's why I'm drawn to the insects. Alaska. Inuit fable. Inuit. Inuit? Inuit? That'd be Inuit. The Six of Coins represents kindness and generosity to those less fortunate. The old woman from this Inuit tale understands that the need to put positivity into the world in order to receive it back. The pay it forward methodology of karma. And then it came up in reverse. So it says abuse of power, scams, extortion, gullibility, and greed. And the first thing it made me think of before I even read all the way through was being gullible, being too gullible, and like gullible in a way where, honestly, it wouldn't even be your fault. They're harder to identify nowadays. They're getting worse. To scams. That really sticks out. I'm being told to remind you that if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Uh, well, I stand with slippers in -5 degree weather. What? What? With bare feet? I would never be able to do it. I already get too cold. Even in warmish weather. Okay, so that makes sense. I kept seeing like feet, cold feet. And they played the right cards for those. Okay, so I'm gonna play one last card from the top of the deck. Page of Swords. Oh, and it makes me feel good looking at this card. Makes me think being on top of the mountain for phrasing, feeling the wind on your face, and there's like a waterfall, but it's a yellow color, and it makes me think of gold. And they're telling me the word investments in gold. And then I'm drawn to the wisteria flowers, but I don't know why. So this is the Page of Swords. And let me read. Yeah, Page of Swords. Okay. Hare Krishna. Let me read from the book. So Princess Parizade, Anatolia Arabic folktale. The Page of Sword represents youthful intelligence. Princess Parizade uses her wit to succeed where others have failed. Her optimism intact through it all. She is a harbinger of new beginnings and new ideas for herself and those around her. Upright talkativeness, energy, thoughtfulness, curiosity, and truthfulness. Nice. And the overall energy of the card makes me feel really good. And it's in your future section of the card. I am close connected to nature. Oh. They're giving, have you ever gone mining or gem, like crystal searching because they're making me think of that, like people who go out adventuring to find little crystals and stuff out in the wild or out in, areas you'd find them in. That's what they're making me think of. They're also making me think of vlogging it. So I don't know if that's something you do, but that's also something they're showing me. Okay, let's move on to the next deck. Next deck is Talking to Heaven. Energy confuses me a little bit in terms of choosing whether it's male or female, but I think it's more on the male side. Kind of skinnier. Um, not really fit, just kind of like naturally skinny, I guess. Maybe someone who wore glasses or someone who liked to stay focused or education of some sort. Enjoyed learning or being an educator. Gemstone collection from the store. Oh, nice. Okay. I don't know if that vibes with anybody specifically to you, but that's the energy I'm getting a little bit at the moment. I always give you a goodnight kiss is the first card that came out. It just feels really sweet. It feels a very direct message to you from that. Like it feels bittersweet right now. Bittersweet is the best word I can use to explain the current feelings I'm feeling. Okay, next cards. Must be this one. Remember me by the happy memories we created together. This makes me think that it makes me think specifically that you struggle with the feelings of grief and grieving because you remember all the sad realizations of what happened instead of remembering happy memories and having happy tears of the time that was spent together. And also, they're telling me that because you do that, you have a hard time communicating with them properly because you're keeping your vibration too low. And by talking to them and having happy feelings and your heart being higher in those moments of happy memories, you can talk to them way more often and you might notice and see way more signs than you did before. Say a couple more from this deck for you. Which one? Okay, which one first? Thank you. I am here helping you is the next card. They're making me think that, there's some tears coming. But it feels, it's funny because it feels like it's close but not there yet. I am standing right next to you. I can hear everything you're saying. And yes, I'm listening to you. I am with the rest of the family. Any others? We will be together again. Don't worry. They're telling me to tell you, don't worry. I know it's been hard, but I'm here with you, and I'm here when you need me. Wow. I don't know who this person is to you, but they sure have a lot to say. I am. Time is only on Earth. It is beautiful where I am. I will always point you in the right direction. And they're reminding me of the message you sent me in the chat about how you like to be with nature. They're with you the most in nature. That's a very spiritual moment for you and an easy connection for you. It is not your fault. Life is a series of choices, and you should choose love. And then top of the card deck energy is I'm just a thought away. And that feels like a strong message to leave off of. They feel satisfied with what's been played so far. So I'm going to move on to the next deck now for you. So this one I was actually drawn to you as well, Sacred Traveler, because first thing that came to my mind was you're an adventurer, traveler. And with what you've said so far, it makes sense. So let's see what comes up from these for you. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. You're so close to achieving something that was a very big goal for you that you've been working towards for a while now. You're really close to achieving the goal. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. This is a moment of encouragement for you, and they're showing me that, hard work will be put in. It can be challenging, and you've definitely put a lot of hard work in already. I'm drawn to the little robin on the branch. So, and I can hear the nature sounds I'm playing in the stream, and the birds are really sticking out. So I don't know, maybe bird singing or bird calls or bird watching is something you enjoy. I see the heart on the sword of this card as well. I don't think I showed you what these cards look like yet, but I'll show you at the end, I promise. When I was doing something earlier, I said your heart was guarded, but now the heart's on the outside of the sword. So like it feels like some walls might have been broken down a little maybe, or like there's a little bit of relief. I also see the mountains in the background. For some reason the word Everest came to my mind. So I don't know if maybe you're someone who wanted to accomplish hiking up so many mountains and accomplish like what do they call it, the 5,000 footers or something, and like it's a bucket list to hike up all these mountains within a certain amount of time. Yeah, I am sure. Yeah, sure am. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't look up right away. I'm not sure what part that was for. An adventure. Oh, okay. Yes. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. They're making me think of um like a tour guide, like someone who makes they're making me think of someone who like starts like a little hiking guide thing for other people and puts the business in the local newspaper, and then they can make a profit and enjoy it at the same time. That feels like that's something you could strongly vibe with. I'm also drawn to her spear, and it makes me think of tribal and Native American, and I actually got that out of your tarot too with this Alaskan Native in this card. I felt very tribal stuff, or like indigenous or something along those lines. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. My real name means wise protector. Oh, I love it. That matches so well. Oh, okay. Means wise protector. If I'm allowed to ask, are you like in like indigenous or Native American or anything of the sort, if I'm allowed to ask? Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. That feels so good. No, I am Dutch. I live in the Netherlands. Oh, okay. A very mountainous region indeed. Interesting. There's a lot of tribal stuff picking up for you in these cards, though. So I wonder if they're both in the future section. Maybe you might meet someone new or someone who's like that, or even an old ancestor of yours might be. Who knows? I definitely see the mountains. Mountains are very significant for you. Okay, so it feels like these are going into some advice cards now. So let me play, I think I'm going to play one more and then I'm going to show you all what all the cards look like. And then I'm going to move on to the last two decks for you. Okay, so we have Navigating by the Stars, Follow Your Bliss. Choosing your path, all is possible. Grounding, go deep and explore your roots. That's so interesting because I was thinking of ancestry too. So that might be something to look into for you, maybe. Okay, so I don't think I showed them to you. So Breaking Trail, a breakthrough is at hand. Overcoming obstacles, you can overcome anything. And this is the one where I said I can see the heart on the sword now. It's on the outside. It feels like some walls went down. And then Wise Leader, you were a beacon for others. And I was drawn to her spear the most. Then we have Navigating by the Stars, Follow Your Bliss. Choosing your path, all is possible. This card feels fun to me right now. Like it feels like it's something that would be very fun for you. Take the road less traveled is a message of that card. Take the road less traveled. And then grounding, go deep and explore your roots. I'm drawn to the tree and it makes me think of, trees are sometimes the oldest beings on this earth. And it makes me think of like your ancestors or something. Maybe they're helping guide you. It makes me think of like a full belly. That's kind of a weird message, but it's making me think of the belly. Or maybe there's some digestive issues, or the solar plexus is blocked. The solar plexus is blocked in terms of chakra. Top of the card energy is reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. No, such good. The sword in the stone looks like a dragon scene where Gohan pulls a sword from. Yes, I love it. I haven't watched DBZ in a while, but that's funny, yeah. I understand how he's. I'm an anime fan too. I haven't watched DBZ in a long time though. I should rewatch it because I probably don't remember half of it any. All right. Next deck I'm playing. It's called Energy. And I actually intended to play this first, but they told me to do the Sacred Traveler one first. First one is Hostilities. And another sword. Oh. Do you have Viking heritage by chance? Because the swords are really sticking out. I keep thinking of ancestors and, the helmet and everything. That, hostilities is self-explanatory, but it definitely makes me feel like there's some tension. And I have no idea what is on the hip of this guy, but it makes me think of like a horn or like some kind of like um makes me think of like a drinking horn kind of thing. Maybe yeah, I don't know. Brawls or good fun with friends that end up being going too far, maybe. The garden and the gates. Makes me think of daydreaming, being a daydreamer. Are you someone who's easily irritable? It makes me think of someone who's easily irritable a little bit. Oh, another card fell out. And I feel like they're giving me an answer. Patience is in reverse, so being impatient or having little patience, maybe. That's too many. Thank you. Okay. Ah, Goddess of the Moon. So another moon card. They're making me think of well, first waterfalls. Waterfall came up earlier too. And they're making me think of cold waterfalls and the meditation you mentioned. Have you ever wanted to like meditate in a waterfall? Because that's what I'm thinking of. Telling me you're growing. You're definitely growing. And you're growing like emotionally and spiritually as well. And they're telling me that the cold water is good for your body. Definitely good for your body. What did I say? Oh, I said solar, but this is sacral, so maybe your sacral chakra is blocked. So second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Second chakra is right above the root chakra. It's the sacral chakra, and it's related to like creation, sexual activity, and so on. Um, oh, it was Kyle. Not the other one. No worries. I've I'm thinking to meditate in the moonshine. Oh, okay, that explains a lot of the moons. They're showing me waterfalls too, so moonshine. Yeah, that makes sense. Man, that'd be so nice. I think that'd be lovely. It's such a pretty card. I don't think I showed all of these to you yet either, so I'll show you those in just a moment. So I think maybe you have a couple of blocked chakras. So I would look into Okay, there's too many messages. I think you might have a couple of block chakras. So look into like things that can fix your block chakra. And they're also telling me to tell you to look into meridian tracing, the meridian lines, which are also connected to chakras. And I don't feel like you're someone who's like on the acupuncture kind of vibe, but finding these blockages and doing the pressure points of those areas would be very beneficial for you. Storm warning. Okay, so you've got hostilities, storm warning, overcoming obstacles. They're kind of making me think of the tower and the tarot, so I feel like there's something that if it hasn't come to pass already, there's something that is going to come your way that is inevitable. You won't have control over the situation. But all things will pass, like things will pass. So there this impatience, they're telling me to tell you to have patience in that moment. And and hmm. I keep seeing fire as well, so I'm gonna say watch out for fire or things that have fire around you, because that seems to be keep coming up. I am scared to have needles. That explains why you're not good for the acupuncture. So, acupuncture does use small needles, But one of the nice things is that there's also acupressure, which does the same thing, but you press the points with pressure, and you get, similar benefits. So you don't have to do anything with the needles. The needles make it easier, but you can do the acupressure for such points as well. Yeah. If you haven't gone through any recent hardship, there might be something coming along your way in a little bit. Mm. They just flipped the card financial constraints over to right after I said that, so maybe something might be a little tight. I'm really drawn to the cobwebs in there, in that little cabinet board. And then we have first chakra, Archangel Michael. That's the root chakra. It stands for security, stability, material possessions. And it's emphasis to let you know that you are being protected, you're being watched over. Strength in reverse. Angel of Strength in reverse makes me think it's a moment of weakness, and rest and rejuvenation is the final piece, and it feels comforting. It feels like that focus helps you protect yourself. Oh, BRB, my battery from the headset is empty. Okay, back, change the battery. Oh, okay, is there a spot you missed? Or what's the last thing you remember? I can try my best to repeat myself. After the part with the needles. Like you heard about acupressure, or after I read your message about the needles? Okay, so that was a little further back. Okay, so I said, if I remember it in order, let me flip these back over. So, in terms of the needles, acupuncture has the needles. But one thing that's after your message. Oh, okay. You can do acupressure, which is the meridian tracing points, and you can put pressure on those points, and it'll make a difference for you, and you don't have to worry about the needles. And then I said, I think it was after, if not, I'm repeating myself. So I said, if you didn't recently go through any hostility or like some kind of trouble recently, there might be something coming your way. And they're saying, it's a time of patience for you to have some patience in that moment when the time comes, if you haven't already experienced it. It is something that's gonna happen inevitably. There's no control over it in terms of your situation, so just have patience within that moment. And I also said you should there's fire that keeps coming up, and I think maybe you should be considerate of fire of some sort, whether it's near you or around you. Just be considerate of it, because for some reason they keep telling me or making me think of the fire for some reason. And then let's see, and then I said financial constraints. Financial constraints came out. And then I said I was drawn to the cobwebs and the financial constraints the most. There's some difficulties there, but you could probably be working on it. And then we have first chakra, Archangel Michael, and that's the root chakra, and the root chakra stands for security, stability, and materialism. And it's a confirmation to let you know that you are protected, you're being watched over. And then we had Angel of Strength in reverse. And I think what I said at the time is there's a moment of weakness. There's some kind of moment of weakness, but then the last final card of this deck particularly says rest and rejuvenation, and it feels really good. And this rest and rejuvenation feels like this is helping you be stable, calm, collected, safe, and like it's helping you stay focused on your goals. And oh, I feel lots of hostile energy in my way, most likely because of my life. Oh, okay, that interesting. Okay, so do you do any energy protective practices at all? But you did say you have crystals. Do you have tourmaline, hematite, or black obsidian? Because those are going to help negate those energies for you. And shungite. Shungite is another one. Actually, they're really showing me shungite is going to be a very positive crystal for you. And if you don't have it, then maybe invest in some. I have a black one indeed. Oh, good. Maybe keep that more near you. I'm being told, especially while you're meditating and while you're sleeping. They're telling me that you should do both. So I'm going to show you the pictures of these cards because I don't think I showed them to you. Just to keep everything going. Okay, so it was this one. Right. And then impatient. Nope, patience, but it was in reverse. Right. And then we had Goddess of the Moon. My light's suddenly flickering. Interesting. So I think you need to practice. I think you need to have the crystals to help with the protection. You should talk to the passed on loved one more often. I'm being told that ghosts are drawn to you, and those are earthbound spirits, and they can also make you feel very unwell. But if that is the case, then you need to smudge and say you're not welcome here. I I cannot help you, and so on. Like, ghosts are just us. Like, we pass away, and sometimes we don't accept that we've died. Um, it doesn't feel like it's super malicious, but I do think ghosts are easily drawn to you. So I suggest investing in some sage and smudging yourself, or Palo Santo, whatever it may be, one of those. The smoke will purify that. Storm Warning was the other card. Financial Constraints card. Second Chakra, Archangel Ariel. And then we had Angel of Strength, and it was in reverse. First Chakra, Archangel Michael. Oh, they're telling me, I don't know if you're, well, actually, I think I said it earlier. I said I felt like you had more of a connection with angels and stuff, or something along those lines, that you felt a bond towards. If that is true, you can call upon Archangel Michael to help you with protective energies, because he's good with that. And he's easily accessible. All you have to do is ask him from, like, the depths of your heart. If these particular angels aren't something you vibe with, whatever is the equivalent of it is the same. And then the Rest and Rejuvenation card was the last card of that. And then now, it's funny because the last set of cards for you is angel cards. It's a tiny little deck. I'm going to use it as like words of inspiration, encouragement, and if there are any additional messages for you, I will let you know in the interpretation. They're making me think of like haunted housing. Do you live in an old home or something that's been? Oh. So I kept saying indigenous and like tribal and like native of some sort. Do you live on sacred ground? Like ancestral sacred ground? Because it's starting to click and make more sense to me now. Which also would make sense while you're being drawn to by ghosts and so on as well. That might be a little weird, but if you're not sure, maybe look into it and see if it is. Ooh, two cards just fell out. We have power, grace, spontaneity. Interesting. It's making me think of dances for some reason. Obedience, contentment. Contentment makes me feel guilty. Makes me feel like there's so much more I can do, but I'm settling for the easy parts. And play. So I keep seeing dancing. We have play come up as well. There's power and obedience. Makes me think of balancing work and life. Balancing your hobbies as well. Any other messages from this deck? I live in special housing. I have been diagnosed with autism by doctors. Ah, interesting. That's fascinating. I wonder, maybe you, if you're in special housing, you live with others or others live near you, right? So maybe somebody near you is like that. Expectancy. Interesting. Expansiveness. Expectancy, expansiveness, and clarity. And I think that'll do it. So let me show you what these cards are as I put these away so I don't make a big mess. So we had power, grace, spontaneity, contentment, play. Play makes me think of children all of a sudden. Obedience, expectancy. Expectancy makes me think of like expecting to be given something in advance and like thinking or already knowing what it is. Kind of like Christmas Day, you peek through the wrapper to see what it is first. That's what it makes me think of. Expansiveness. And last overall message is clarity for these words. Indeed, I have a huge inner child. Oh, interesting. That part's fun for you, I think. It feels fun. Maybe you have a struggle on the inside because you have like a responsible side, but you also have a playful side, and then they conflict with each other instead of being well balanced together. I'm hearing the words like, I'm setting sail on a new journey, I see things more clearly. I'm hearing the words, I'm happy. I'm happy. And it's kind of repeating itself. It makes me think of like mantras, because I'm happy and then repeating it becomes a mantra, right? So it makes me think of those and doing those. Yeah. Well, I think that's all for your reading. What did you think so far? Did you feel like it resonated? Do you have any further questions that you might want to ask? I can try my best to answer. How did you feel about it overall, and so on? Yeah, it resonated. Oh, great. I'm so glad. Thank you for your honesty. Do you have any other questions or anything? Thank you for stopping by the way. Well, I'm in the progress of showing myself to the world. My parents were very protective of me. No, that's a good thing, though. It's good that parents are protective of their babies. Progress of showing myself to the world. You can show yourself piece by piece if you want. It doesn't have to all be at once. Oh yeah, I meant to ask you, with those talking to heaven cards, did that vibe with you and with anybody specific that you might have known, if you don't mind if I ask? Mm. Mm. Sure. My grandmother, most likely. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. You enjoyed your reading and that it resonated with you. It's always nice to know those things. To be honest, I get weird vibes from my parents. My mother said things in the past, things like "Don't show yourself to the world and sitting behind the PC." That sounds like, to me, that sounds like cyber protection, because some people are crazy online and very like stalkerish. It sounds like a protective measure to me. So like being, it's okay to be open to some extent, but don't show everybody everything about you online, because that could be dangerous. That's what that sounds like to me. I wonder when she said it. Oh, okay. Oh, then that's strange. It sounds unusual to me. Hmm. Nothing wrong with sunbathing. Lots of people enjoy that. And cat naps in the sun. Those are always nice too. Mhm. This reading ended up being mainly for you because you're the only one in here. But, so maybe I'll end the stream early if no one else comes in. It's likely does not accept the new version of me. I have boundaries now, which I never had. Okay. I had to set boundaries with family too. Sometimes that's hard. But, people learn and adapt over time. Sometimes it just takes them time. Takes them a while. It's 3 o'clock at night right now for me. Oh my goodness. You should probably go to bed. It's 9 o'clock at night for me. I just jet? Jet like jet lag? Oh, it's a typo. I'm not really tired just yet. Okay, so you do stay up late. I think I said insomnia earlier. Do you struggle with insomnia a lot? nightmares sometimes because of the bullies. Are the bullies where you live or from past experiences? Past. Mm. Maybe that's when you meditate, think of ways you can cut those ties with those past experiences. But I'm still doing a shadow. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, so you're already working it. Good. Hmm. You should look into some like herbal remedies that help you sleep with a calm mind, and put, if you have lavender, put lavender on or around your pillow. Or the smell of lavender. The smell of it specifically. Amethyst, moon crystal, opalite, and clear quartz can also help as well. And you can put it in a little baggie and put the baggie underneath your pillow as well. I think that's good. I think I'm gonna end my stream. It ended up being streamed just for you. um, I don't see anybody else in the list. And I think I saw only one viewer of the screen, so I think that's you. So I might end the stream early tonight. I'm glad you enjoyed your reading though. And I hope you get some sleep when you try. Positive vibes your way. Yeah. Sometimes divine timing and everything. Thank you, you too. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good night.